Hi Yonkers, it's Mayor Mike Spano. In August, Governor Cuomo released an executive order mandating cities across the state had to create a committee tasked with developing reforms to their local police department. A month later, Yonkers was one of the first cities in the state to come out of the gate announcing the Yonkers Police Reform Committee. The objective is to improve police-community relations by reinventing law enforcement for the 21st century. Today, I'm joined with Chairman of the committee, Carlos Moran, and Daniel Campanini, who is the Deputy Chief of the Yonkers Police Department and member of the YPD Reform Committee. Since the Yonkers Police Reform Committee convened 6 weeks ago, they have made significant strides in taking tremendous feedback from the public, as well as proposing reforms to share with New York State in a final report. I wanted to make sure, as we reach the midpoint, we provided you an update. I also want to encourage you to be part of the conversation at the next public hearing, Wednesday, November 4th at 6 p.m. at the Will Library. You can also watch live on Facebook page, facebook.com/Mayor Mike Spano. I encourage you to keep watching as the Chairman and Deputy Chief provide update detailing the progress that's being made.
Hello, my name is Carlos Moran, Chairman of the City of Yonkers Police Reform Committee. As Mayor Spano stated, the City of Yonkers was tasked with creating a committee whose purpose is to present a final report consisting of reforms to New York State to foster a better atmosphere of trust, fairness, and legitimacy within our community. Over the past 5 weeks, the committee has had a public forum where the community came and voiced their concerns. The committee has also met on 4 separate occasions discussing reforms and how to build on police-community relations. The committee has 25 members representing all quarters of our diverse city and meets the guidelines outlined by the governor's executive order. As a body, we have thus far had the tough conversations that needed to be had while following the guidelines from the governor's executive order and proposing possible reforms as it relates to the final report. While we'll be going on to our 6th meeting, I've continued to be amazed by how much I have learned and how much we are learning as a committee. I'm so proud to be part of this body and see the good that can come when community stakeholders rally together in one voice. Before I close out, I would like to reiterate, you are the one who drives the agenda. As Mayor Spano said, I encourage you to be an active participant by joining the public meetings or watching live on Facebook. At the first public forum, over 100 residents attended, and the live stream received over 4,000 views with more than 200 comments. As I said, be part of the conversation. The Yonkers Police Reform Committee looks forward to hearing from you.
Hi, I'm Deputy Chief Daniel Campanini of the Yonkers Police Department, and I have the privilege of serving on the Yonkers Police Reform Committee. For the past 5 weeks, the committee has engaged in some very passionate and thoughtful dialogue. We have worked through a variety of topics, ranging from the role of police in the community, how to build on our community policing programs, how our complaint system operates, our response to emotionally disturbed persons calls, and better screening for our 911 call takers in relation to mental illness. Additionally, the committee has also been engaging in powerful discussions regarding racism, implicit bias, and the need for transparency in our public interactions, as well as in our law enforcement strategies as a whole. My role in serving on the committee has been to provide the law enforcement perspective to these questions, be transparent, and also clarify what our policies may or may not be regarding these topics. Through this experience, there have certainly been moments where we've all learned something new. Now, as we move forward over the next several weeks, we will continue to evaluate the public comments and engage in discussions such as internal accountability, recruitment, diversity in our police force, and supporting our officers through our wellness programs. In closing, I would also like to thank my fellow committee members for their hard, steadfast work, the public for their continued support, and thank Mayor Mike Spano for making this collaboration possible.
Since the beginning of my administration, the Yonkers Police Department has enacted over 100 different reforms to reimagine how local law enforcement interacts with the community. I'm proud to say that the Yonkers Police Department has become a model for other law enforcement agencies to follow. And while Yonkers continues to lead by example, there is still so much work to be done. I sincerely thank the committee members for their hard work and for serving on this reinvention collaborative. Together, we will continue to keep Yonkers moving for all.